Ugh, winter is definitely here. Like, I'm having to snuggle up extra cozy for this one. So, roll the intro, whatever.
I see it HD. I'm seeing angsty teens try how to hate me. I'm seeing angry G snap on a daily.
Yeah, I guess that's as good of an intro I can think of for now. But here we are, episode 2. Look at me following through, something like this. But yeah, I appreciate the messages from the people I shared the first one with. I don't know how many people this will reach, but hopefully I'll look back in time and I'll just appreciate it for what it is, snuggled up in my duvet, Christmas break, back home from uni. I think I'll title this episode "Icy Concrete" or "Slippy Roads" or whatever, because I was on my way back from his friend's house this evening and I saw a maybe early 50s lady like cycling around the corner at the park by my house, and the bike just slipped out from underneath her because yeah, it's icy roads, it's cold, and it took me a full second between like seeing her fall over on her bike, me kind of looking over to the sound that made it through my headphones, registering what happened, and then me being like, oh shit, there's a person over there in distress and needed my help. And yeah, I guess I would have liked to have made that gap in time a bit smaller, but my brain was slow. I was just like, yeah. So I went over, lifted the bike off the old lady, was like, are you okay? Do you need me to call someone? And luckily she was fine. I told her you should probably be wearing a helmet, but yeah, I wasn't even sure whether that was the right comment to make. But so long as she was okay, I was like, I'm cold, I need to get home. But yeah, strange. It made me think about like, the slippy concrete of my mind, you know? Um, yeah, like the areas where you kind of venture there and suddenly you get uncomfortable or like defensive or you avoid it, those bits of your brain where you're like, oh, better not look under that rock. And it's kind of strange because for me I feel like the more I have that, the more I need to look under that rock, like the things that I'm uncomfortable with, I'm uncomfortable because I know I shouldn't look there, or I know that if I look there I'm gonna feel a certain way or get stuck into a loop of negative thoughts. I don't know. It's about as good thinking I can produce at 2 a.m. on a Wednesday, but yeah, it just kind of made me think about that, and it made me think about how like sometimes you have to kind of check what's on that slippy road. Sometimes you have to strap on those boots and take the risk, and if you slip over and fall, you have to be like, okay, I've learned my lesson, and I know how this can be a risk, but it's not really an infinitely expandable metaphor. It only is quite limited, but I don't know. I was listening to some of my friend's new music, which I was lucky enough to really enjoy before he released it. But we were kind of discussing about how quite oftentimes people will take more out of something, certain art forms, than the person put in. So yeah, hopefully the kind of thought and effort I'm putting into this is not the exact same proportionally to what I get out of it, but you know, sometimes you just have to appreciate things for what they are. I'm not sure how those two thoughts kind of align, but they're there somewhere in my head. Um, yeah, color changing lights I put in front of me. Thought I might add a bit of visual pizzazz, but yeah, it's I'm not exactly one for drama. This is about as dramatic as it gets. I mean, yeah, that's all I was really thinking about was the slippy concrete. Also, I guess the fact that I have good support systems. I have a lot of people who show love and care for me, and who I know have my best interest at heart. And like in times where I don't feel so good, or like I need someone to support me, there's lots of people in my life who I feel like I can turn to and be like, I need help, or I feel like I could be better, or I want to live a certain way that makes me happier. And yeah, I hope that whoever this reaches or whatever has good support systems, or if they don't, hope they find a good support system, because there's lots of times where I need, people to believe in me, or you know people showing belief in me makes me believe in myself or whatever. you know it never hurts. At least I feel like there's an Uncle Iroh quote in there somewhere, but I'm too drunk to be able to recreate it properly, so I don't want to flub it. If I'm lazy, I will not edit it in, and that's probably what's going to happen. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some entertainment out of this. Kind of took me a lot of mental energy, but I'm glad I did it. And you know, maybe in time I'll look back and be glad. In fact, I'm kind of glad I did it now. So I hope you're doing well. And yeah, watch out for that slippy concrete.